Is it properly visible, Shabana ji?
Yes.
जी मैम।
Okay, so good morning, everyone. So today's session is about smart parenting with genetic brain profiling. And first of all, I would just request all of you, if possible, please switch on your cameras. And whenever I take session, just it is a food for a teacher when he's just having all the gestures, and so it is a food of a teacher. So get the feedback from the crowd. So let us start. Just before starting, I should just tell who I am. My bit introduction that my name is Dr. Pankaj Prakash, and I am associated with Osho Fragrance. I am an Osho sannyasi, so my sannyas name is Ma Priyanshi. And I have a very small venture called Oceanic EduZone, under which I just conduct the educational activities, meditational activities, and activities related to NLP techniques, all these activities, personality development courses, etc. So under this venture, I'm just enjoying my journey of transformation, uh, just with myself also and with others also. And I'm just working as a meditation guide, as since long back I'm associated with Osho Fragrance, and I'm a faculty and mentor at Midna Global also. And I'm associated with as a mind trainer with Brain Infinity, and I'm a NLP expert also, master trainer, super coach. So this is all about me, and now we will start with our topic, today's topic, that is smart parenting with GBP. GBP is basically genetic brain profiling. Okay. So I will just start with a joke. Once a boy just surprised his parents in a bookshop. He just shouted, he said, "Mom, Dad, I want this book." So they just, at a glance, they looked at the title of the book and they saw, they said, "No, no, you are too young. This book is not for you." So you know what child replied? "Yes, yes, I know I am too young for this book because it is on parenting, but I just want to check whether you people are doing right parenting on me or not." So this is the today's, computerized generation. Nowadays, children are so smart that they can check, because knowledge they are gathering from everywhere. Whole the network is around them. So always they are getting the knowledge, and they are seeing, they are observing what their parents are doing, and they are imitating, they are copying you. So nowadays parenting is not that easy. You have so many challenges because so many obstacles are around. So you have to learn how to do this smart parenting. Okay. So basically we all know parenting, basically, we all know that every species, every creature on this earth has the capacity, has the potential to reproduce their generations. We all know, even an ant, any animal can do it, and human beings, they can also just produce their next generation. This is the common phenomena, biological phenomena, we all know it. So parenting is a privilege also, we are getting from nature, and it is a responsibility also, because we have to develop a personality. We are not only producing a child, but we have to develop a personality also. So this is not only a privilege, but it is a great responsibility also. So parenting, in a very easy language, we can see, we all know it, that activity of bringing up or raising up your child in all the dimensions, growth and development, both in all the dimensions. What is growth? What is development? That is the another scenario in psychology. It is a very vast topic. I'm not going to touch it here, but generally, growth and development in all the dimensions. All dimensions means whether it is physical, whether it is mental, whether it is emotional, whether it is social, whether it is financial, or whether it is spiritual. Are you helping your child in growing in all these dimensions? Then you are just doing the right parenting, otherwise not. So high quality parent-child relationship is needed for this healthy, all-dimensional growth and development. This we just need to understand in all the dimensions, not only academic and not only financial, all the spheres of the life. Okay, so this is basic parenting. Now, before moving forward, we must understand what are the basic styles of parenting. Okay, so basic 4 styles are there, and one by one we will just shed some light on these. First is authoritative parenting. Authoritative parenting is the, you can say, the best style, because here parents are in a good rapport with their children. They are supporting them, they are suggesting them, they are listening them, they are, very friendly with them, they are solving their problems, they are understanding their problems, they are understanding their challenges, and they are not unnecessarily interfering in their growth. So they are with their children just like a gardener. Whenever pruning is required, they are doing it. Whenever manuring is required, they are doing it. Whenever watering is required, they are doing it. And just by, sitting aside, they are just watching as a gardener. They have great patience. They are waiting for their growth. So just as a gardener, lovingly, feelingly, they are just, working with their children. So this is called the best style, authoritative parenting. Then comes the permissive parenting. Permissive parenting is, you can say here, just parent, they just forget the fine line between the love and the over pampering. They are, not controlling their children. They are not saying anything. They are becoming over friendly. In the name of love, they are doing over pampering. Maybe they are not teaching basic mannerism to their children. Whatever their children want, they are doing for them at any cost. Maybe the child is saying at the midnight, at maybe 12 a.m. that I want pizza from that shop. So they are just calling the shopkeeper, they are going there, they are bringing the pizza. So this kind of things, in the name of love, they are doing over pampering. So this is called permissive parenting. जहां हम कहें कि पेरेंट्स बहुत ज्यादा रियायती हो जाते हैं, जहां पर उनको लगता है कि नहीं, हमारे बच्चे कुछ भी करें, हमें उन्हें टोकना नहीं है, क्योंकि हमने अपने बचपन में बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कतें देखी हैं, तो हम अपने बच्चों को बहुत ज्यादा सहूलियत देंगे. So this kind of mindset they have, and in the name of that, giving the comfort zone and giving the love, they are actually doing the over pampering, the wrong guidance they are giving. So this is called permissive parenting. Then comes the authoritarian parenting. Authoritarian parenting is, you can say, totally opposite to the permissive. These parents are just over controlling parents. They are always, keeping an eye on the activities of their children. They are always scolding them. They are always just have the, tight discipline upon them. So always they are just like a dictator behind their children. So only in the field of academic results, they can gain good results due to this kind of parenting, but overall personality development will be lacking if parenting is of this style. Because, children, they will not be able to take the decision by their own. They will become shy. They will become, very fragile. They will become very undecisive, because they are always dependent on their parents' decision, and they will be always shaky while taking any decision in the society. So they just become handicapped. So this type of parenting is over controlling parenting. You are there as a Hitler. Your children cannot even breathe properly. You are not giving them space. You are not giving them me time. And next is the style that is called rejecting or neglecting style of parenting. This means you are not even bothered about your children. You have produced the children and now family is taking care of them, or maybe the single parenting is there, or maybe other financial challenges are there, not taking care of children physically, mentally, you are not bothered anymore. So this kind of parenting is neglecting parenting. So these are the basic 4 styles, and easily, if honestly, minutely, you can check yourself, easily you can trace out that in which zone you belong to, if you are a parent. But honesty is the best policy. Just minutely check yourself that you belong to which zone, whether authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, or rejecting. So once you check it out that in which zone you are belonging, then you can just work over it. So honesty is needed to check out your basic style of parenting. Okay, so we must know, as a parent, as a teacher, as a guide, as a handholder, we all must know the ABC of parenting. Okay, so for A, I would say awareness. We all must be aware that our children are watching us 24/7. Whenever we are saying, we are giving them commands, we are giving them instructions, and they are not listening because they are watching us, what we are doing as a parent. They are imitating us, they are copying us. That is why it is said, that don't give an example to your children, but be an example. So just only by passing the instructions, you cannot, bring transformation in your child. You have to do what you want that your children should do. If you want that your children should get up at 5 a.m. and they should study, you also have to get up at 5 a.m. and just, follow some healthy routine, go for a walk, then your children will do this. Because they are imitating us, they are watching us 24/7. So that awareness must be there, that whatever we are doing, they are watching us, they are copying us. Okay. Then A, B, C of parenting. Next is the B, I would say, believe in your child. Mostly what we are doing, we are always scolding our children, and we are always saying, just look at the neighbors, look at your friends, how good they are doing. You are doing nothing. You are good for nothing. Always we are, demoralizing them. We are always, crushing their confidence. So always just make it a point that believe in the potential of your child. We can even learn many things from our children, but always we think that we are elders, so only we are there to pass the instructions. We are never ready to listen them. We are never listening that they must also have some good ideas. We are, never having friendly conversation with them. We are always there to pass the instructions. So behind every young child who believes in himself is a parent there who believed them first. So just believe in your child that he can do something, that he has some potential, he has some qualities. Just push him, give him the support, give him the hand holding. That is the belief in your children. Now comes the C, A, B, C. C is just, your child is just like a wet clay. Whatever the shape you will give, they will take it. So basically, I will say C is for caring also. But here, just make it a point that in the name of love and caring, don't do over pampering. Mostly nowadays, parents are doing this mistake. In the name of love, they are doing over pampering to their children. Everything they are providing to them. Every obstacle, every challenge, every difficulty, they themselves, parents themselves are solving for them. Nowadays, I can see even children are not, carrying their bags, their water bottles, and even parents are doing these things for them. So in the name of love, over pampering is just being done. This is spoiling our children. A scientific reason, behind it, that why our parents just used to tell us that just tie your shoelaces, just take this plate, go to the kitchen, keep it into the sink, and maybe just color this painting, or maybe just comb your hair. Why these small activities? Because whenever children are doing these small activities, they are using their hands. And our hands, these fingers, these are related with our brain lobes. And whenever we are using these fingers, our brain lobes, particular kinesthetic, your parietal lobe is just getting activated. It is getting energy there. So deliberately, if we are telling our children to do some activities with their hands, you don't know that indirectly your brain lobes, children's brain lobes are just getting the energy, they are getting activated. That is why in kindergarten we have coloring, block games, just do, press this do. Why these games are, just introduced at the kindergarten level? Because hands movement should be there. What we are doing, we are stopping all these hand and finger movements, and that is why in teenage every youth is becoming so lethargic. They are just becoming the couch potatoes and just busy with their mobiles only. That is the basic scientific reason. So give your child deliberately the activities where they can use their hands. And then you can see the result. If parenting is, going in a right way, then you can see the result of these hands activities in the teenage. Maybe it will take a longer time. After 10 years, after 8 years, you will get the results, but then you will get the good result. So we have to start from the very early age. So don't do over pampering in the name of love. Okay. Then here comes the commitment. Okay. I always, in my every session, I always say this, that always behave like a gentleman, even with your children, because they are just watching you and they are understanding their surroundings. They are understanding everything. So if maybe you are not, suppose you have committed something and you promised something with them, and if you are not able to fulfill it, then please, as a gentleman, just say sorry. Okay, maybe I am busy today. We cannot just go to the movie, which I have promised you yesterday. So just sorry for that. Just, behave like a gentleman with them. So that thing they will just learn from you, learn from your family, learn from your surroundings. So if you are committed anything, so just fulfill it, try to fulfill it on the time. But if not able to do it, then please, just as a gentleman, just say sorry to your child and just behave, follow the basic mannerism with your children. Even don't think that he's my child, so no need to say sorry. What is the fun? No, the basic mannerism should be there. Say sorry, say thank you, say I love you, say forgive me. Just use these basic words and you can see the change. You can see the miracles. Even just I'm saying it, so you can try it for yourself. Just try it for 3 days, 4 days, and then just give me the feedback that what result you are getting. But only by doing you will get the results. Okay. And now comes the D. D is the basic part which I'm going to emphasize, and later I will just discuss it in a detail. D is basically decoding. We all are familiar with this word now, coding, decoding, okay? Decoding the brain design of your child. What type of potential he has, what capacities he has, what intelligences he has, what memory type of he has, what personality he has. So just discover the brain design of your child, okay? And after discovering the design, you can handle your child effectively in an efficient manner. So it is very much necessary in nowadays to use some scientific tool. In this scientific age, it is very much necessary that as a parent, we also must use some scientific or educational tool just to discover the brain design of our child. Okay, how we can do it, I will just discuss it on later. Now A, B, C, D, E of parenting we are discussing. So here comes the E. Always encourage your child. Okay. We are always, what we are doing, if child is doing something, we are always stopping him. Don't do this, it will hurt you. Don't go there, it will hurt you. Just stop this, stop that. Always we are just, stopping them. We are not encouraging them to take risks. That is why in their adult age, they are not even able to handle the pressure at their workplaces. The simple problems are there. Maybe after marriage, they are getting some, clashes. They are not even able to handle that pressure because we are not encouraging them to take the risk, to face the challenges. So always, just as a safety purpose, you can just must engage with them, but always encourage them and never just ever sympathize them. Always have empathy towards them, but never just give sympathy. When child is crying, just don't go to him or her. Whenever they are smiling, they are happy, then engage with them, then participate in some playing, in some activities, so they will just come to know, whenever I am happy, whenever I am confident, then my relations, are becoming good and just becoming better day by day. But whenever I'm cribbing, I'm crying, I'm complaining, so nobody is, liking me. So this should just become very clear in their mind. So whenever they are happy, just, get engaged with them. So empathy should be there, but sympathy should not be there. Just teach them that how to tackle their own challenges, how to face their own challenges. Just help them whenever it is critically required. Otherwise, let them just handle their own obstacles by their own. Okay. Then experience. Just share your life experiences with them. Always share your childhood stories with them, or maybe you can enjoy your, before going to bed, just, any stories you can share, maybe bedtime stories or childhood experiences, how you tackled your situations, maybe in school, maybe in playground, if anything happened special. So you can just, all these things you can share with them. What is happening nowadays? Parents are busy with their phones, children are busy with their phones, and just, this, when you are just getting fed up with this technology, and then you are just going to sleep. And if you remember, when in our childhood, our just parents, they used to tell, grandparents were there, joint families were there, so they just used to tell us the stories, and we are just, chatting with them, and we are just having gala time with them. But now the single families are there, parents are working, they have their survival pressures, so every time, we are busy with our phones. Even till the time we are just going to our bed, phone is in our hand. So don't do this. Just have that experience, that how you spent your childhood and how your children should, with the, under the benign shelter of your healthy parenting. Okay. So basically, we must learn the art of parenting. Basically, parenting is an art. Art, we know, A-R-T, 3-letter word, art is there. And basically, art to me is, A is for attention. Always give attention to your child. Sometimes it happens, child is coming to the school, just coming from the school and just rushing to you, mom, what happened in the school, what my friend did. So you are saying, okay, first change your clothes, I am just preparing the food, have it, later on I will just listen you. So just don't do this. Just give attention to your child. Give attention to his little talks, little experiences. What you are neglecting may be very crucial for him. Maybe that may be a very typical life experience for him, what you are neglecting as a parent. So always keep this in mind. So always give attention to your child. And then R is recognition. Always praise him, whenever he is coming, look, I have just got this marks. Don't always scold him. Just always praise him. Just, find out where he is just taking interest, what activities he are doing, whether maybe the very silly activities must be there, but always recognize him. Just praise him. Okay. And then T is talk, communication. Just build a good rapport with your child, and then just communicate with him gently, politely. Okay, that is the art of parenting. So being parent, always keep in mind these 3-letter word art: attention, recognition, and then talk. Okay, so this way we can just move forward towards the nice parenting. Osho, my master, he says that, parenting, basically parents are just a passage for the child to come in this world. But you are, as a parent, not here to interfere in their growth, in their potential. You are not here to impose yourself upon them. They have their own dreams. They are not going to live in the same times. They are not going to face the same problems. Their world is different from you. They are the part of the another world. So don't prepare them, just don't make them the ready-made, carbon copies or the puppets, so that they cannot just take their decisions. So by just creating the carbon copies, don't just create troubles for them. Osho says they will just find their own way, just like a water. And if we will be imposing, if we will be pressurizing much, just like a gardener, a little bit care is needed. It's okay. Little bit guidance is needed. You must watch them, but unnecessary interference and imposing and over pampering and, unwanted help will spoil them. And then they will feel that they are basically fit for this society. They will just always be feeling that they are misfit for the society. And who is giving this feeling? Parents are just, pushing slowly, gradually towards this feeling, because they are always just doing overhelp, over pampering. So children are not able to just stand on their feet independently, efficiently. So this we have to just, taken care of. So as I told you that I'm associated with Midna Global as a mentor, as a faculty. So the founder and the chief mentor at Midna Global, Mr. A. Ratnaswamy, he always says that for smart parenting, first smart pairing is the foundation. Parents, a male and a female, a couple is producing the child. So if you are not united, if as a couple you are not present there as a team, then without that smart pairing, smart parenting is not possible. So always keep in mind that if your egos are clashing as a parent, if a male and female, a couple has a child, but they themselves are not, even just they have not just enjoying the congenial and convivial, relationship, they always maybe clashes are there, their egos are just struggling there. So parenting is not possible. If proper pairing is not there, proper parenting is not there. Okay. So with the help of genetic brain profiling, we can know just ourselves and our partner, our children, and slowly and gradually by working on ourselves, we can create a, good atmosphere in our family. So as I said, for parenting, first pairing is, good pairing is required. So how pairing? When you know yourself, when you know your partner, when you know your strengths, when you know your weaknesses, then only you come to know that where to work upon, where the lacunas are, where you are, just facing those clashes, where you have to just, complement each other. Generally, we think that male, a female, a husband and wife, they are, maybe just opposite to each other. They are not opposite to, they are complementary to each other. They are completing each other. But what nowadays happening, every girl, every husband, every wife, what they are just, struggling with their own egos. And suddenly they are just getting a child. And what child is seeing, what child is facing, that my parents are always, quarreling, my parents are always fighting, they are not happy with each other. And after 2 years or 3 years, they are taking divorce. What is the fate of that child? So if pairing is not good, parenting cannot be good at all. So with the help of genetic brain profiling, we can come to know about ourselves, our strengths, our weaknesses, and our partner's strengths, our partner's weaknesses also. So here I am just taking the segment of one report, as I said, GBP, genetic brain profiling. Here we are just, having the procedure through fingerprints. We are generating a report. And in this report, we all just having the different segments, different graphs are there. Through these graphs, we can understand our brain design. Okay. Here, for example, I have taken one segment only. Here you can see the lobe-wise energy of one couple. Upper graph is just wife and lower graph is of husband. Here you can see the different brain lobes: prefrontal, frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital. Same is in the lower graph. So easily we can understand that which brain lobe is having the higher energy and which brain lobe is just having the lower energy. Here in this example, in this sample report, you can see wife is having the highest energy in temporal lobe. Means wife love to, interact, speaking, talking, listening, communicating, because temporal lobe is high. But here you can see in the case of husband, in the lower graph, you can see the visual is also high. Means here husband is, very keen observer. He can notice the minute things. So one is good at conversation and one is good at observation. So maybe it may happen that whenever husband is seeing something, telling to his wife, but wife is always maybe nagging or cribbing or just started arguing. So this way we can understand. This is a very much scientific tool. It is just like your blood report. Other thing, here you can see the percentage is right brain or left brain. Here you can see the wife is right brainer, husband is left brainer. Right brainer means feeling oriented person. Emotions are there, emotions are dominating. But left brainer means logic is there, analysis is there, rational thinking is there. So here you can see the wife is right brainer, always emotional, emotion oriented, feeling oriented, but the husband is always just giving the logic. So mismatch is there. So if I know that I am emotional, I am just feeling oriented person, but I have to learn that how to take the logical thinking, what my husband is saying. And husband also has to learn that whether I have a, logic analysis, always I am doing it, but I have to listen here, my wife also patiently. I have to listen at the just, emotional basis also sometimes. So that way we can grow. Both the person, husband and wife, both can grow in that way. Here you can see in upper graph, brain processing speed is moderate. If the speed is moderate, then person takes time to grasp the things. Person take time to make friends, And if processing is fast, then person is always, in a very hurry-burry and always, making silly mistakes. So this way we can understand our own brain design. This way we can understand what is my strength and what is my weakness. What is the strength of my husband? What is the weakness of my husband? So similarly, wherever we are meeting, we can just enjoy those strengths. We can just move forward in those areas. But where we are not meeting, one is water and one is fire, then we can easily work upon those areas. And there we can just, become complementary to each other. So this is the beauty of this GBP, that we come to know our own selves and our family members, their brain designs, and then accordingly we can work upon. Okay. Here I have taken another report of a mother and a child. 3 years male child is there and the mother was 31 years. So here you can see the A1, A1, A1 is written, and another A1, A1, C3 is also there. So this is the basic, technical language of genetic brain profiling. If somebody is doing the 2 weeks training of Midna GBP, then he will come to know that how we can decode these reports. So in the next month, coming December, from 12th December, we are having one training. So if anybody is interested in maybe dealing with counseling and parenting and children, so they can just, anybody can do that training. So in that training, we just come to know what is this coding, decoding all. But here just, if just at this point of time, just understand that this A1, A1, A1 is your basic unique identification code, that what you are. A GBP counselor can easily understand with this that what your personality is. If only this code is given to the GBP counselor, he can understand that easily that what personality you are having. So here, mother is all A1, means having the affective personality, like water, easygoing, happy-go-lucky, genuine personality, sober, fragile, agreeable. But here, child is having, you can see, child is having C3 in his temporal lobe. You can see here the C, difference between both the UIDs. Here also you can see the C3. C3 means child is having the cognitive personality also. And we come to know with the help of GBP report that mother is having prefrontal energy highest and child is having prefrontal energy average. Means mother is just having the fast execution and child is having the slow execution. So sometimes when child is doing his homework, maybe he is doing it very slow and mother is always scolding. Why you are not doing it very fast? Since last 2 hours, you are just doing the same thing. Just do it fast, do it fast. But it won't help, because basic brain design of the child is like he is having this personality. And here you can see mother is having the left processor fast, but male child is having 3 years old child is having his right brainer, moderate processor he is having. So mother is always on the fast pace, child is always on the moderate, on the slow pace. Mother is having the dominance high, child is having the sturdiness high. So these all are the technical terms of the genetic brain profiling report. Maybe at this point of time, you are not taking it maybe fully, but just I'm making it so easy so you can understand it. And here you can see so many terms are there. On basis of those terms, we can just come to know that mother needs output then and there, but child is taking little time to execute the things. Mother is just, having high enthusiasm, self motivation, always just, ready to learning something new. But child is very much, patience, having high patience, thoughtfulness is very high, overthinking is there, always mind chattering is there. So child is having the fixed mindset, lazy attitude is there. So this way we can understand the brain design of a mother and a brain design of a child. And then accordingly we can work upon it. If a mother can understand that my child is taking little time to grasp the things, so mother has to just deliberately to, slow her pace. So this is the beauty of the genetic brain profiling reports, that with the help of this scientific tool, we are understanding ourselves, our brain designs, our personalities, and accordingly we can work as a mother, as a couple, we can just, work upon ourselves. So this is a very scientific tool. And being teacher also, this is nowadays using in schools also, and using in being used in corporate also, because maybe you are hiring the person who is just, not having the leadership qualities, but you are just giving him the seat of that leadership. So this is the mismatch. So it is, GBP is also used in the corporate areas also. If person is, just like to keep quiet, not much talkative, but you are just maybe giving him the seat of relationship manager, so this is also a mismatch there. So with the help of GBP report, corporates, they are just, finding out the personalities of the person, and then accordingly they are just giving them the seats. So being couple, being mother, being teacher, being worker, you can just, come to know about your brain designs, and then you can just heal yourself, you can deal yourself efficiently, quickly. So for me, parenting is basically, parents are just like a unit, like a team. They are not two separate entities. For a child, parent are just like a team. So parenting for me is pious, awareful, respectful, energetic, nurturing team who is inspiring the new generation. So with the help of genetic brain profiling, this scientific educational tool, we can just, decode the brain designs of our children, and accordingly we can nurture them as soon as possible, as early, sooner the better. At the age of 2 years, after the age of 2 years, we can do this genetic brain profiling for any child, for any adult. Here also I have taken some sample graphs, this report is always, this GBP is also helpful for the students who are just struggling with their subject selection. This is the one segment of that report which is showing that one particular person, according to his genetic, brain design, genetically what he is. Basically, we all know whatever we are, genetically we are taking maybe our DNA from forefathers. So what genetically I am and what I can do. So with the mixture of both of these, we are just moving in this life. So if a student is struggling in the selection of subjects at the 10th level or at the 12th level or at the college level, so easily you can, just frame it out that which subjects according to the interest of the child and according to the potential of the child. Sometimes just by seeing our surroundings, by seeing our friends, or maybe by our parental pressure, social pressure, we are taking the subject, but we are not able to just cope it up with later on. So many cases are there that students are taking engineering, but they are not just able to handle it later on. Maybe somebody has taken maths, but later on he is not, just coping it up with. So this GBP also helps in selection of subjects, and whether you will be good in academics, whether you will be just, good in some activities, how you will lead your projects, how you will just lead your groups, how much leadership quality you have. So with this percentage and with this number of subjects, we can easily frame out, we can easily chalk out that what, 3 or 4 dimensions, 3 or 4 choices we give to them, that these are the areas where they can go, subject wise, domain wise, career wise. And what are the, you can see the multiple intelligences, you can Google it, the Howard Gardner theory in psychology, that your child basically what intelligence, he is in excelling in. Everybody is not just has taken birth for just, excel in academics only. Sachin Tendulkar is there, maybe he is just excelling in sports. He is a body smart person. A.R. Rahman, he is just doing excel in, good in music. So he is a music smart person. So similarly, what type of intelligence your child is having? So we can chalk it out with the help of this MI intelligence graph. So this way, with plenty of dimensions are there where this genetic brain profile report helps us. So you can come to know about the learning style of your child, whether your child is a visual learner, or he is an auditory learner, or he is a kinesthetic learner. So you can come to know about this, and you can come to know that what is your child's IQ, what is his emotional quotient, what is his adversity quotient, how much risks he can take, what is the percentage that how far he can just face the challenges, what is his creativity quotient, CQ, what is his spiritual quotient, how much the broader vision he has for life, for the purpose of life. So this way you can come to know about the IQ, EQ, SQ, AQ about your child. Then which career domain will be suitable for your child as an adult? What you are, some people, mostly 75-80% of people are there, whatever job they are doing, they are not happy with their profile, but just to earn their bread and butter, they are doing it. So with the help of this report, you can come to know that, which career domain will be suitable for you. So with this GBP report, you can just come to know about your learning style, your thinking pattern, your grasping speed, your career selection, subject selection, behavior profile, your inborn tendencies. So all these things you will just come to know. Okay. So this is all about smart parenting with genetic brain profiling. And only by just, using this scientific educational tool, we can know ourselves, we can change ourselves, we can transform ourselves, our families, our surroundings. So this is, the Midna Global's tool, GBP, genetic brain profiling. And this is the mantras of Midna, which I proudly say that: wake up joyfully, live awarefully, think globally, act locally, serve usefully, sleep peacefully, and age gracefully. So you all are invited. If you are interested, you can do this training, or you can take this experience of GBP. If interested, you can just take a screenshot of this slide, and a number is given there. You can just call there if interested. If you are interested in your growth, your inner growth, if you are interested in your transformation, then you can once try this too. So this is all about genetic brain profiling. Thank you for your patience.